Hey folks, Ray from loveyourrv.com. A little bit foggy out. So I've been visiting my mother in Vancouver for a few days, and I'm headed back to the island taking the BC Ferries. So I thought I'd video the terminal and maybe the ferry trip for you. I'm headed from this terminal at Tsawwassen, just south of Vancouver, and I'm going to head over to Nanaimo. They also have ferries coming out of here that go to Swartz Bay, which is to get over to Victoria, and then some of the Gulf Islands too. So it's quite a big terminal. Today I'm going on one of the, I think it's the coastal class boats, one of the big ferries anyway. So that should be good. I'll just give you some footage of the terminal here, and then some of the trip over. So they have a massive loading area here, hold a crap load of cars. The bigger ferries just hold hundreds and hundreds of cars and I think 1,500 or 2,000 passengers. You can see our truck Big Blue, I got right at the front of the line there. I have a nice little waiting area here at Tsawwassen. You can go in there and get a Starbucks coffee, and there's all kinds of little kiosks for food, Chinese food or sushi, pizza, whatever, and a whole whack of vendors selling trinkets and touristy items. Lots of grass to let the dog relieve itself before the long ferry trip. The dogs have to stay on the car deck, so they're not allowed up. So, good idea to get everything evacuated before going on board. So there's the entrance gates where you pay. I just wanted to show you how massive this place is. It can hold a serious amount of vehicles. Just turn around here and show you all the lanes. Too bad it's a little foggy. I hope this fog doesn't hold the sailing. I think it should burn off. You can see all the RVs lined up there waiting to get on board. And this is just one half. I think this is just the Nanaimo ferry. I believe this side over here is going to be the Victoria ferry. Go over here. Here's a shot of one just hanging out in the terminal. It's a Queen in New Westminster, and it was what they called the Queen class. So they have a lot of those from the old days. Oh, sounds like one's coming in. Anyway, the Queen class was this size of a boat. It's pretty big. But when you see they went to a Spirit class sometime in the 90s. They built a few called the Spirit class, which were even bigger. And then around 2008 they had some made in Germany that were the coastal class. So I think there's the coastal celebration and the coastal renaissance. I think they built them for the Olympics in 2010 in Vancouver. But they're a lot bigger than this one. And of course they have nicer amenities on board, so I'm taking one of those back to Nanaimo today. Sounds like there's one coming in, the one to Victoria, pick up the people to Victoria is coming in pretty soon. And we can see it coming in out of the fog. I can hear it blasting its fog horn. And she's getting a good walk. Come on. There she comes. There it comes. powerful motors. Okay, she's unloading. It's time to get ready to board. So people often ask me how much it is to take an RV over to the island. So I'm just going with the truck today, and you can see it's $57.50 for a vehicle up to 20 feet, and then $17.20 for an adult, so per passenger. Reservation fee, I advise to reserve, especially in the summer, because otherwise you could get in a lineup and it's first come first serve, and you can literally be in this parking lot for hours and hours, multiple sailing waits. So it's good to reserve. 17 bucks, you're guaranteed to get on the boat. So beyond this, for your RV, like a trailer or a motorhome, once it's past the 20-foot mark, they usually charge you $5.95 a foot, I believe. There is some savings days in the summer. Sometimes they put on a promotion where it's half price for the extra footage. So you can always go to the BC Ferries site and look that up. We don't usually take the BC Ferries. We take the Coho Ferry, Blackball Ferry line from Victoria to Port Angeles, and it's much the same rates. Usually cost us about around $225 American for our 45-foot rig. So there you go. Not cheap, but it's beautiful over there on Vancouver Island, obviously, if you've seen any of my blog posts about it. Kind of cool. Looks like I got a front row seat for the trip. Oh, cool. There's the Victoria one coming out of the fog. Oh, what a gorgeous day to cross. I hope this fog lifts. Give you a good look at the trip. This is up on the top deck. They call it the sun deck. There's the old one, Queen of Westminster, New Westminster. There, this gives you a good view of the terminal. You can see walk-on passengers over there getting ready for the Victoria Ferry. And if you look way over there along that ridge, you can see some mountains on the top. That's the mountains over in Vancouver, North Shore Mountains. Downtown Vancouver is all blocked by marine fog right now. They got like a big coal terminal across there. There's the other side of the boat. So now I'm looking south. Go south down that way, US. Swing around this way. There's one of the little ferries that goes to one of the smaller islands, the Gulf Islands. And just over that way is Point Roberts in the US. Well, this ferry ate up a good portion of the cars and trucks. A lot of big transport trucks on this ferry. I don't think the car deck's full, but the bottom they were squeezing it on. The rest of these are looking like they're starting to load onto the Victoria ferry over here. We're just about ready to take off. Fog's lifting. Keep lifting, fog. Get some good views out there once we head out into the water there. So we're crossing the Strait of Georgia up to Nanaimo, kind of a diagonal to the northwest. The whole area is called the Salish Sea. We'll be crossing the strait. It's about a maybe 40-50 mile cross or something like that. It'll take us about 2 hours. So we're lifting the gate there and we'll be on our way pretty soon. I'm gonna blow the horn. Half the cruise we were in fog, but we just came out of the fog bank into crystal blue sky. Let's give you a look around at the scenery now. Gorgeous. You look back this way and zoom in, you can see Mount Baker off in the distance. That's in Washington State. Just barely see it above the fog there. Zoom around this way. Can't really see Vancouver, it's sort of in the fog. Come over this way, I can see a bit of the North Shore over there, North Shore Mountains. Off in the distance there's another ferry over there, and that is a ferry coming out of another terminal called Horseshoe Bay. There's a ferry that goes from Horseshoe Bay to Nanaimo as well, sort of north of Vancouver. Just up on the sun deck again. Let's go cross over and give you a shot over to Vancouver Island. Still a bit of a fog bank over here. So these mountains over here to the west are Vancouver Island. Over this way is going to be Victoria, and we're headed towards Nanaimo off in the distance. Oh yeah, that's nice of the fog. We were off in that bank and it was just pure white out all the windows. Ooh, that wind's stiff when you get in it. Here's the ship's directory. Up front they have a big cafe, lots of burgers and breakfasts and things like that. The other end they have a little coffee shop lounge. Right now a lot of the boat is blocked off. It's not very full at all, but there's 2 passengers decks. Maybe I'll take a little walk around the ship and give you kind of a little look at what it looks like inside. It's pretty nice, pretty modern ship. Okay, almost there. Coming into Duke Point in Nanaimo. Wow, what a gorgeous day. Over there's a Harmac paper mill. There it is. Pulp and paper. There's downtown Nanaimo. They have a really nice little harbor district. You can go down and walk around. Really pretty, really sheltered. A lot of boats go in there and anchor. Well, that was a nice trip back to the island on the BC Ferry. Maybe later on in early November when I take the Coho ferry of the Blackball line from Victoria to Port Angeles, I'll get a chance to do a little video on that trip too. So until next time, this is Ray from loveyourrv.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.